Hi, I'm Janine, and my daughter Jessica and I own Poppies and Posies Photography, where we specialize in newborn and children photography. And we also own Props by Posies. We have an Etsy shop and an e-commerce, which is propsbyposies.com, where we sell newborn and sitter patterns and other props as well. But as promised, I had done a video a few days ago about our Zoe pattern, just to show the different things that you can do with it, to show some different options. And we upcycle quite a bit. We use thrift store finds when we do our patterns. And you can either use the thrift store find to do the whole entire pattern, or you can just embellish with it, whichever you'd like. On the newborn girl Zoe video tutorial that I did the other day, I used fabric that I had on hand, and then I used the upcycled or the thrift store finds to upcycle and embellish on those. Well, today I used the entire, well, not the entire, but the whole newborn Zoe outfit is done with the thrift shop find shirt. Now I can get many things usually out of just one shirt, so that's why I said, well, not the whole entire shirt. So, but the pattern itself is all done with a thrift store shirt, sweater, whatever we can find, skirt. So I wanted to show you what I came up with today. These are boy Zoes. So I promised that I would come back and do a boy Zoe video, because boys are a little bit more difficult to do than the girls. But I did I found these are just thrift store finds that I had on hand, because we go to some thrift stores and we kind of stock up. So I thought, well, I'll just go and see what we have. And this is what I came up with. So I cut them out just to save some time, but I did keep the items so that I can show you that it's really a full-on shirt or sweater or whatever it is. So I have some little things to show you as well, to go, of how I do things when we do have a thrift store find to upcycle. So let me just start. I'm going to go ahead and let me just tilt this down so that we can see. Here, let's see if I can get it. Okay, I think that will work. So let me I'm going to be grabbing some different things here. This is the shirt that I started out with. It was a cardigan sweater, and it had buttons all the way down. Well, this is what I did. I put my pattern right in the middle to get the buttons just right down the middle of the outfit. So as you can see, I used also actually you cannot see, I used the bottom ribbed part of the sweater for the little cuff on the pants. So then you don't have to hem the pants. That's just a little trick. If you can use the hems for the bottoms of the legs or the arms or whatever, it just saves you a lot of time on that. So that's what I did. So take that away. So this was the shirt, or the sweater, I mean. And this is the outfit. I want you to see it. Isn't that cute? And then the pattern shows that you do a tassel, not a tassel, you do like a ribbon, yarn, rope, whatever you have to go through here, comes up and it ties around the neck. Also on the pattern, the Zoe pattern, it usually cuts off at about right here, so it shows the back on the baby. Now I choose on the Zoe I showed you, I did both on the girl Zoe. On the boy Zoe, so far, I've just cut them out so that I just did both of them up. So it's basically two fronts instead of a front and a back. So I just cut out two fronts and didn't cut it down. I like that for the boy, and I may change it up a little bit and do just a little something up here around the shoulders. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but that's the fun of it, is when you come back and see what I did. But I just want to show you how you can use those buttons to embellish and make your outfit look way more, have lots more character and look like you spent a lot more time on it. So there's the first one. The second one is just okay, there's a couple things I wanted to show you on this. So this, let me put this aside. This is what I do. So This is the shirt. Let me show you. This is the shirt, and it's super large. That's kind of a trick also when you're thrift shopping, is to look for the largest size you can find. This one is a large, but it's super long. I don't know if you can tell how long. It's really long. So I can get many things out of this. And then I cut off the sleeves. I can use the sleeves. So what happened was I was cutting out for this, for the Zoe pattern, and for a boy, and I just, while I'm doing it, I start thinking of other things. I start thinking of my other patterns and what I could use it for, and on and on. So I have a pattern called Bare Fin, which is like a thermal onesie that's footed, and it has a little bum flap in the back. So they're little jammies, and I thought, oh, I bet I could use this, the arm for it, because it's a skinnier pattern, and you cut two. And it has a nice cuff on it that you can use for the bottoms of it. So you can cut off the feet on the Bare Fin and just have it be like little pants. So I'm going to do a video on that a little bit later, but I just wanted to show you. So as I'm thinking of things that I can do, I will then just make a little note. I'll make a little note like that, and then I will just stick it with the fabric, because I'm going to use the rest of this fabric as well, if I, not the rest of it, but some of it if I need to for another part, if I don't have enough or whatever. And then also I'm going to use this wool plaid that I found for the bum flap. So I'm going to attach that. I put a little note on it. I put Bare Fin, and I put it in a little Ziploc bag that's labeled Bare Fin. And then when I go to do, when I need, want to go sew something together, I already have it all ready to go. And I've made a note of how I want to use it as well. So here I even put use the arm cuffs for the bottom of the leg. And then I said I need to sew the band back onto the bottom of the leg. So even though that's not going to save me a lot of time resewing the band back on, it still adds character and it's cute. But the way that the pattern is, I was holding it up, and it's kind of difficult to use the cuff and without cutting it off and resewing it on. So I may do that, I may not. So let me show you what I did with that shirt. So this is what I had. What I have. I also had this is a skirt that we purchased. It's a wool skirt. Now, in general, wool is not very, comfortable for a baby. It's kind of a little itchy, a little scratchy. And so I like to use that for the embellishments. So what I did is I just cut out a little pocket here for that. And this is going to be a pocket for the back side as well. So on the bum, on this Zoe for the boys, I will just do a little bum pocket right there as well. So once again, when I sew these together, I'll come back and show you what those look like. So, okay, so that's that one. We'll set that aside. And then I had a shirt, a men's shirt. It's a large. It was a very big, a very large shirt here, and it has you can see where I have cut this out like that. It's a neck here, up here. So I took this and cut that out right in the middle because it had the zipper. The zipper came all the way up, and I just cut it off right there. Okay, so cut off the zipper here. I also wanted to point out that inside the shirt, you can use all pieces and parts. So I had a little note on this one too of how I wanted to use this shirt. So it's just pinned on there. It's just a good little tip there to do, so you don't forget, because I always have ideas and then I go back to it and I'm like, well, now what was I going to do with this? And it's difficult to remember. So this is the inside of the, you can see it says the brand name and the size of it and everything on there. This was just a little insert. It's kind of leathery, and that I have that same little suede on the zipper here. So I cut this out, found this spot on the other side that was blank, and made this little pocket. So the little pocket I will just place right there, and it just adds a little bit of character that that is so simple to do. I'll just sew that right on there. And then decide what I want to do with if I want to do the thing around the little side straps, or if I want to do shoulder straps, or if I want to do around I won't do this one around the neck because of the zipper. I will sew that though shut so this doesn't come all the way off if someone pulls it all the way up on accident, because I had to cut the zipper. So there's that. I love that one. That's a great boy one. And then my last one I did was just the same type of shirt as this one, except it was had the blue stripes, and it has a hood on it. Haven't decided quite what I want to do with the hood yet. Maybe nothing, but maybe it has this little ribbing on it, and so I might want to use that ribbing for maybe the bottom of some pants or something. I could even do it on the bottom of these pants. That's a good idea. I might do that. So this is a great big shirt, and I will use these sides for a bare fin probably. So, or the sleeves. So I can get either another pair of pants, a couple pair of pants, and then I can get another romper out of this. And then use this ribbing, with the button and all that. So let me show you what I made with this one. I just went up, it had just a few buttons on it. This is what it looked like, except it had that filled in. And I just went ahead, so it was like this. This is what it looked like. Can you see that? And then I just cut across, because I just want a flat top. And I just wanted to use the two buttons. So I just place my pattern on there just right where it needs to be, where I want it to be, and then I go ahead and cut it out. Now see, look how cute this would be to use this ribbing on the bottom of the pants. I think that would be really cute. That's an option that I could do. Is just use that little ribbing across the bottom of the pants. So there's an option too. One other thing I wanted to show you too was a way to, it seems kind of obvious, but I struggled with this for a long time until I finally, I'm a little bit slow, I guess, at learning or thinking of things, but I wanted this little, I don't know if you can see it very well, but this little crisscross, there's a point, and I wanted that right in the middle of the pocket. So if you take our little pattern here, and you just fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, then you can place that corner just right where you want the point to be, that point, and then just open it up like that, and open it again, and then you just hold it in place and cut it. And that way you have your center right where you want it. So I like that. I like to use that little tip there. Also, let me see if I missed anything. I wrote some things down. I think that's going to be it. I think that's it. Yep, I think I caught everything. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and sew these together and decide how I want to do the ties around the neck, or around go up the shoulders, or around the front, or just around the shoulders. And I will come back and show you what I came up with. I'm really excited to put these together because they're so cute for boys. Boys are just harder for me, and so when I find some things that I really could use for boys, I eat it up and I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will come back and show you what they look like all finished. Okay. We've finished the 4 boy Zoes. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. And I want to show you how they turned out. Again, this is one of my favorite patterns, Zoe. It can be a girl pattern or a boy pattern. And I did a girl video already, so you saw those, and this is a boy one. So if you haven't seen the girl one, be sure to check that out too. So I'm going to tilt the camera down and show you what I've got done. These are the 4 that we had cut out. So let me go one by one. So this is the one that was done out of the like thermal type shirt. This pocket comes from that skirt that I showed you, and so does this little faux pocket in the front. Just a little embellishment. I also used, excuse me, my goodness, I always also used that skirt for the ties. Now, the fabric, cutting it that thin, is a very loose weave, and so it kind of pulls apart easy. So I just went ahead and did a stitch on both sides to kind of secure it so it wouldn't like pull apart when I'm tying it or whatnot. I did that on all of them, the ones that I used the skirt for the ties. Okay, so here's the blue one. This is the pocket that I did with the faux, what was it? Suede, kind of a suede feeling to it that matches this zipper. And then if you flip it over, I also did a little pocket on the bum with that same skirt plaid wool skirt that I had, and I did the ties that way to kind of tie that in as well. And again, I went ahead and sewed on each side of that to kind of secure it, make it a little bit stronger. So there's that one. And then this one I did with the cardigan, the brown cardigan, and just used the bottoms for that. If you don't like these bottoms to be that wide with the embellishment, you can cut it to, you know, whatever you want. It won't fray or anything. You won't have to finish it. You can just cut it. It might be a little bit shorter, which is fine. I really like that huck fin kind of length is what I call it. It's kind of a mid-calf look because I like to see the baby's body. So I don't mind cutting off some length on those, you know, to get it to about right there. That would be cute. So you could do that too. So these are the buttons. They do work, I guess, if you wanted to use them. I don't know why you would have the need to do that, but this is sewn together at the top so you couldn't like totally open it, but I just folded that down and then put the little ties on it. So this one I actually fed all the way through on these, and I did that on those as well. I'll show you on the last one I didn't do that, and I'll show you that. If you turn this one over, I just did it plain. There's no pocket or anything. If you wanted to, you could certainly add a pocket. So there's the brown one, a little bit more plain and basic. And then here's the blue striped one. And this one, instead of going through making a casing on the sides, I just hemmed those, and then I just sewed the little, I only did one like that long, a little part of this fabric. Just made like I can't think of my wording, oh my gosh, of the little tie. So just sewed it right on. I've just followed that same line of my hem line when I hemmed it and did that. So it doesn't go through here. You can do either way. So there's the 4 boy Zoes. I love them all. I can't wait to use them or sell them, whichever we decide to do. We do a lot more girls than we do boys in our photography business, so we may end up just selling these, but there they are, and they're finished, and they were fast. When I went to do this video again, it has been a couple weeks since I first started the video, and I went to finish up and do the video showing them, and realized I didn't have the blue and gray striped one done. So I went in my sewing room, grabbed it. I had it in a bag, ready to go, all cut out and everything. And it literally took me 15 minutes, maybe 20. They're just so easy. And they look like, you know, with embellishments and that, it looks like you took a really long time to do it. So I love these Zoes. I hope you do too. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Again, if you want any of these patterns, they're on our propsbyposies.com website, or they are on our Etsy Props by Posies shop as well. And we would love for you to take a look at that, those patterns there. We have about, I think, I need to recount again. I think there's around between 27 and 30 new patterns. So not new patterns, patterns. And so I hope you go and take a look. And they come with the written instructions, a video tutorial step by step, very basic. This is a great one for beginners. All of them are okay for beginners because they give a step by step instruction. But this pattern in particular, the Zoe, is really, really easy. So one that you could do if you're a beginner without too much problems. So hope that you'll go take a look at those and enjoy them as much as we do. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.